So that's what I did. And I started to write it when he was alive. He knew I was writing it. I didn't have a clue what I was going to call the book. Um, but I knew that it would come and we talked a lot about it and we had different ideas and it just nothing was resonating yet. And I'll never forget, Dad said to me, he says, Brian, don't worry about it. He says, just take your time with this and the title will come to you when it's supposed to come to you. Well, here's the crazy thing. Title came to me after my father passed away. And it was the middle of the night, probably 3 a.m. I had a very vivid dream of my father. And I woke up and I had this title, My Father Knew the Secret, and it was in my head. And I mean, I cannot forget it. And, you know, they always say when you wake up in the middle of the night, if something really strong hits you, you got to get up and write it down. Otherwise, it can leave you. And I got out of bed and I wrote it down. And I mean, that was the title of the book. My Father Knew the Secret. You know, he was really a pioneer in the personal development industry. And he started, well, I can tell you, he received the book Think and Grow Rich. That was really the start of his journey. He received that book in October of 1961. I was born in December of 1961. So I was kind of there for the entire ride. And he really did not make it to a very large stage until The Secret came out, that movie, The Secret, in the book. And, you know, he was 72 years old when that happened. He had worked and worked and worked, and he was well known. But boy, when that movie came out and that book came out, that's when he got on Larry King Live, Ellen DeGeneres, all these shows that really propelled Bob Proctor out into the world and got him, you know, Vera, you'd mentioned that you found out about him like 5 years ago or so. And that's really why it propelled him to another stage. So the title, My Father Knew the Secret, was kind of a play on that. And I just thought it was really appropriate. And believe it or not, I just feel that my father downloaded that to me. You know, I just, that's the way I take it. So what I want to do is I'm going to share maybe three little stories. I know Jubril said I've got about half an hour. So I'm going to share three little stories of what it was like growing up with Bob Proctor, things that I think anybody can take and apply and use in their life right now. So the first is probably my earliest memory of him. I remember as a young boy, you know, he was on the road a lot, but whenever he was home, he was the one that would tuck me into bed. And this to me says a lot about who he was and how he was looking to change the dynamic of our family and our lives. So he'd be the one that would tuck me into bed. And I can remember laying there and he would come and sit on the bed